Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, today Nissan Stadium as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will come out first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles. But today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Using his legs, it's Richard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Gators offense has the first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. It just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you've got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing it.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Lowers that shoulder and delivers the blow. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. Try to get it to the edge. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Handoff to the single running back. Oh, he got loose. There he goes. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here. first down here to open the period. Off-play action on first down. Right down the middle. Got his man. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and run for 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The quick out. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, the quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands. The QB couldn't get it done.
They booted away on 4th down. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the single back. Breaks into the open. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Man,
True freshman right there.
Athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Got his man quickly. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Let's go.
They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return.
Fuck I'm talking about. Fuck off my field.
The offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
They'll send the back in motion. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before...
Turning it off! Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hands. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David. to and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start the racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Here comes the heat. Got a man. It's Stewart. At the 35, he's got room. Flying down the right side.
I don't even know. I thought I had a sack.
He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll immediately call timeout. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
How many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Got his man on the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll set up to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking downfield very late.
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
Gator!
What a throw.
Strike through the air for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly.
Look at his
so they
throw.
can get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. It's them scoring that touchdown with seconds
Look at that
to go
throw,
here in
bro.
the first
Oh.
half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous
I gotta go back and look at that
at
one.
halftime.
Just had to trust him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted.
I'm not saying it.
Swing momentum. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted, and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
To the air on second down. Finds his tight end. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Collier. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back.
I didn't let him in there.
Scrimmage, but no more than that.
Not so fast.
Put Behringer in there.
Second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off.
Run it again.
The penetration up front defensively. Shut
Oh, coach, run it again. I don't give a fuck.
Wants to be aggressive. Well, that's fine. Third and short. I still got fourth down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those.
Come on, bro. Backside. What are y'all doing? Nah, we're going for it. Y'all piss me off.
Big shots and man coverage down the field.
Well, the defense was trailing.
I run that bullshit.
I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense? Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. To the air on first down.
Ah, I threw it too early.
Too much on it from this big arm sophomore quarterback.
Thought it was a quicker in and out. It's my bad, my bad.
You do not want to to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Wants to fire on second down. Skips away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give on the inside. There he goes. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air, it's Rivers. Head spot in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line.
Get down or lay down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guys backwards and make some holes?
Second down, they'll go to the air.
Let's go.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Damn it, I said it.
And an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Give me that shit.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the third. The offense changing the play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
The fuck?
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gators come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get it down at the 35.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Oh, he's got some space. Nice.
Good read, good read.
There, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I see you, Behringer.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The Gators have their offense in high gear. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back.
I had that shit.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Gonna swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Collier. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at
domination
our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll leave it with him. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to pass their way in. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Florida. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone.
Send my seniors out. Send my seniors out right. Love y'all boys. Season didn't go how we wanted, but y'all fighting to the end.
Well, he's one of the best in the country.
Boys out there hitting.
But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals, but if you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback.
And it's picked off for the third
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Toss sweep to the right. He's in open space downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
The Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Toss to the outside. Touchdown, Gators! And the route is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. To throw, it's Rivers. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. Breaks into the open. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Richard, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw again. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires toward the end. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Quarterback making adjustments. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Now sliding to his left. On the move at the 30. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments in individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed.
Intercepted, number 19. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just...
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
What was that?
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Gators will bring the
Just ran the ball out if I knew it was going to be that dumbass shit.
Fair catch, called for and made. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Rivers. Finds the tight end. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off. So,
and it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and the season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.